is Monday, March 23rd, week 2 of social isolation for me. I just went for a little run out to the new port that they're building. Just looking at Iqaluit right now, it just makes you realize how isolated it truly is. Despite the flights, which they will be locking down this week, I'm pretty sure flights in and out will be limited to strictly medical. Makes you realize how vulnerable this place truly is. The fact that it's within a span of only about 6 kilometers. The resources are limited here, so if COVID were to spread in a community like Iqaluit, it would be extremely detrimental. So that's why it's so critical for people to take social isolating seriously, and if they're coming back from travel, to isolate themselves for at least 14 days.
If those people that are down south, for instance, on vacation or something, and they're on their way to Nunavut, how would their hotel and accommodations be figured out?
We've made arrangements with I think it's 4 sites in the south, in Winnipeg, Ottawa, Edmonton, and Yellowknife, and there's specific hotels where we will get people to stay there for the 14 days, and then they can travel north to Iqaluit or wherever they're going.
Good to see people practicing social distancing. It's a beautiful day out, so no complaints. My second run of the week, a little 6K to the breakwater that they're building again. And a little update, yesterday they announced that all flights coming in for non-essential travel is banned, just like Northwest Territories did. So I assumed that was happening. So if I were to go down to Kingston, I would have to be quarantined for 2 weeks in Ottawa before I could come back up. So they're taking pretty serious measures now. Still to this day, 0 cases. There have been people getting tested. None have come up positive. So let's keep that track record up, Nunavut. We got this. Self-isolate. Take this serious. This will pay off, truly. I know it's painful, I know it's tough right now, but get through it. It'll be worth it. The sooner we do this, the sooner we can get back to normal. Wanted to be in the video. This is quite the view. Saying the newest road in Iqaluit, where they're going to start building. A little background on the housing situation in Iqaluit. Obviously, as I've mentioned before, there is a housing crisis in terms of affordable housing. On Plateau, which is here, that's the most sought after view, and houses are going for upwards of $1 million.
$1 million.
Well, don't for this view. So obviously it costs more to build up here, it costs more to ship building supplies. Here is the other elementary school, Jomi, our rivals. Just kidding. There's only 2 elementary schools in Iqaluit and 1 in Apex. The one in Apex is considerably smaller, but it is pretty new and inside is beautiful. Lots of windows, so take note, Nakashuk Elementary, we need some upgrades. This part of town is called Legoland by the colorful buildings. Behind me is Iqaluit, the middle school, and this building was used for the film Grizzlies. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It was shot here in Iqaluit. I think it was supposed to be based in Iqaluit in Northwest Territories. It follows a teacher coming up and forming a lacrosse team. It is inspiring and it's a must-see. Beside the middle school is the French school, Trois Soleils. I was surprised the first time I came up here to find out that there is a French immersion school in a Iqaluit and English-speaking community. This is the Arctic Winter Games Complex. It has a turf in the summertime and an arena throughout the year. It was built a long time ago, judging by how outdated it is on the inside. I'll have to look that up and I'll put it right here. The Arctic Winter Games are held every year. Unfortunately, they had to cancel it this year due to COVID-19, but it's an incredible event that brings all of the circumpolar regions, which includes Greenland, Iceland, Norway, territories, Alaska, and I'm pretty sure Russia. If I ever get the chance to go to one, that would be incredible. That'd be the dream. They have traditional games, winter sports, such as cross-country skiing, curling, hockey. Behind me, this beautiful robin egg blue school is Nanook School. It's the only school in Apex, and I think there's around 30 kids in elementary school, and then they have to go to the middle school. All right, go ahead.
Thanks to the kids that wrote me.
Aww. They'll really like to hear back from you. They've been eagerly waiting, Liam. I'm currently applying for funding for my AQs, my additional qualifications for teaching. So I have special education part 1, outdoor education, and teaching students with behavioral needs. So those are my 3 for the spring. Summer, I'll be doing intermediate science. Each course is about $700. Luckily, it is covered by the Nunavut Teachers Association. They have allocated $6,000 for each teacher to do professional development. So I'll let you know how the courses are. And I'm taking it through Queens, so I'll hopefully know some of the professors. I have planted some basil. I'm hoping it comes through. I have an arrow garden, but no pods, unfortunately, so I'm growing them in champagne glasses. We are classy here in Iqaluit, only the finest for my basil plants. Okay, sir, you can say when. Okay, that's good. I am heading out the door to go to Road to Nowhere. I'm going to hopefully get some drone shots. It might not be in the jurisdiction to fly. Back memories, I made it to Road to Nowhere. So this is just the start, and that hill reminds me of a time when we got dropped off via ATV to do some sampling at the end of Road to Nowhere. And my friend Gab had mentioned he'd put the keys in a compartment in the ATV and left the ATV, so when I got back from the hike, I could get the keys, get the ATV, and head back. His description was very vague, and I wasn't able to locate the keys no matter what I did. I searched for at least half an hour and couldn't find the keys. So I was stranded all the way end of Road to Nowhere. So what I did was went on my phone on that hill to find service because I was unable to get service. By the time I went to the top, the cell phone died. So I was stranded. I guess I eventually went back to the ATV, and then I found the hidden compartment underneath the seat somehow. It was this weird lever that you had. There was a little drop off there. I tried to fly my drone, and it said it's in a no-fly zone. It can't even take off. So I'll just have to go a little bit farther to fly the drone next time. Might have to invest in an ATV or Ski-Doo. I finally got the drone up and flying. It has been a long time. I luckily made it just far enough on the edge of the no-fly zone. I brought this guy from New Brew, Frobe Gold. It's the strong golden ale. I'm a pretty big fan of it. It's pretty flavorful. They don't have an IPA yet. I hope they're working on one. I like their red ale, Rapaktu, and their Flow Edge is of course a favorite. That's by far their most popular. This is kind of nice. By the time you reach from Iqaluit to Apex, it's nice and cold. Hope you're doing well. It's Saturday, March 28th. I'm just on a walk out to the industrial part of town. So it's beside the airport, as you can see behind me. This is the baseball diamond. So up there is Plateau. So I'm gonna be doing a full loop around. There's also the 3 prisons. There's juvenile, men's and women's prisons. All of the prisoners throughout Nunavut come to Iqaluit because it's the capital. Bye. Get running. It is Saturday, March 29th, and today is a baking day. Okay. Now we're talking. Still 0 cases as of Sunday, March 29th. For the past week and a half, all non-essential businesses have closed in Iqaluit. That means all the carving stores, recreation centers, all bars and restaurants. You can order takeout, such as Yummy Shawarma, they've been delivering. However, there's been at least an hour wait time, so they have been incredibly busy. But I've noticed whenever I go grocery shopping, last week there was measures at every single time somebody would check out, they would wash down the card reader. It's great to see that. However, there was a case in Nunavut, which is northern Quebec. I understand they are in isolation. However, it brings up the issue of this person being in a household with several family members, so that's something to keep in mind if this happens. And banana bread is ready. The big issue is up here in these remote communities, big families live together, often in small quarters, so that's the issue here. If one person gets infected, the chances are high that the whole family does, so that's why it's so vital that we do mitigation to prevent this spread. For the beer and wine store, there's also social distance markers. I'll show a clip here. You can see a bunch of people lined up outside just to keep